What's up, Nathan? How you guys doing? Hopefully quite well. Good on those two ends. Yeah, I would imagine most Texans fans are probably not too high on Davis Mills. They're ready to get a good draft here and see what falls out. Howdy, howdy. How's everybody doing? Ooh, we even got a notification. What a rare treat. There we go. There we go. Slide over. Click on that. Oh, what's up, Glow? Is that right? Oh, what's up, Q? How's it going? Sorry, I couldn't read it from far away. What's up, Seth? How you doing? Oh, it's your birthday? Happy birthday, man. You do anything fun? You get anything cool? But happy birthday. What's up, Jags? Welcome back. I would have unbanned you sooner, but like I couldn't find you in the ban list. Dog, I spent like an hour trying to find you 2 days ago. Do you mind if I take your wrench away? I had to give you a wrench to make sure you could actually come back into the stream. All right, now that I know that works, I'm taking that away. It's nothing personal, Jax. It's not that, you know. I just don't need the mod. What's up, Jacob? But yeah, I was just making sure I could bring. Actually, you know, fuck it. As long as you don't fucking time anybody out or ban anybody, you can keep it. You're a good guy. I trust you. I shouldn't have banned you in the first place. I was being a bitch. What's up, Chicago? What's up, Matt? How you doing? I'm sure you're happy. What's up, Daniel? Oh, there's a lot to talk about. The Bears and the Panthers made a huge trade this afternoon. Is that the genuine set? We can just jump right in. I think that's the right thing to do. Did the Bears win that trade? You got a new Beyblade Stadium? Ooh, nice. You got for 30? Hell yeah. Yeah, I think the Bears are going to take an offensive tackle probably, right? Like they're definitely in the range where it's fine to take a tackle or an offensive lineman. And the Bears really just got a great trade. They gave up nothing to get DJ Moore. They're just like, here's your #1 pick. We'll take all those picks you're giving us. Because the total compensation, let me see if I can find it somewhere in this Discord. We've been chatting about it since it's happened pretty heavily. What is the trade? It was a pick #9, pick #61, 2022 first rounder, 2025 second rounder, and DJ Moore was the total pick compensation. I'll put that on the screen real quick here, just so we have it on. Ignore this. This is another point I want to make. I specifically chose this tweet for a reason. Bears going to draft Nolan's. Is he Nolan Smith? That'd be interesting. What's up, Mike? And #9, I think they will, because if they trade back, yeah, they'll miss out on the tackles. Yeah, take it right there. Bears fleeced him. Your homie is a Bears fan. Yeah, I know most Bears fans that I know are really hype. This was a great trade for Chicago. Oh shit, what'd you say, Seth? I'm sorry if I missed it. I wouldn't mind Texans. Yeah, we'll talk about the Texans because this is interesting because now Houston's in a weird spot with the 2 pick. They have a lot of power there now. I have no idea what you guys should do with Lamar. You know you still have an Eagles fan in your thing there, Seth, but what's up, Aaron? We can talk about the Lamar situation in a little bit, if you don't mind. Yep, Woods went to the Texans. Big pickup. You know, shows that the Texans might actually be trying a little bit. But let's go back to this trade. We'll eventually get to this. You know, the thing I'm surprised most about this trade is that DJ Moore was available. Like, I thought they'd, like, openly stated that, like, under no certain circumstances would they ever trade DJ Moore and Brian Burns because they viewed them as essential to, like, building their team in the future. So I'm just wondering what exactly changed that they gave up all this and didn't even ask for a draft pick back. CJ Stroud, is that who we're thinking they go with this pick? Because an interesting thing popped up. Apparently the Bears or the Panthers are not unopen to trading this pick. Say if like Indianapolis still has like hot feet and they want to come grab this, they're open to trading that. If you're Patriots GM, are you thinking Richardson? No, I'm not thinking quarterback. I'm probably going to go with Porter or Gonzalez, depending on who's available. So I'm just looking at this trade thinking, what happened? It seems like Carolina might not actually take this pick and they might try to auction it to like the Colts. Because again, now the Colts are in an interesting spot because it's like they only have a small window to get one of them quarterbacks that they want. And all three of them could be gone in the first couple picks, depending on what Arizona does. Yeah, I feel like I almost don't know if they're actually going to take the pick unless they really like one of these quarterbacks. Like they're really heavily tied right now to Stroud and to Richardson. There's like two camps right now that think like, I think the majority camp is in like they're really interested in Stroud, but then they're also like their history kind of dictates they might like Richardson. Ravens have a chance. They might. If Lamar leaves, they probably will take Richardson. The Ravens will probably take that guy. Yeah, that's a Ravens pick if I've ever seen one with him. You know what, Seth? That's not a bad take. Going to be honest with you, I don't think that's super wrong or incorrect. But yeah, this feels like a pretty crazy trade. Now it's fun to speculate. The Bears probably go with the tackle here now that they have this war chest of picks to work with. And then Carolina just... I also think Carolina was comfortable in not taking a bunch of picks because of the second part of this, or the first part of the picture here. If we remember, the Panthers also added 3 extra picks this year, and I think a couple extra in compensation they were just awarded. So they also have 2, 3, they have a fuckload of extra picks in this draft. So I think the only one I think they might have traded one of these ones. I think it was this one. No, I don't think they traded any other picks that they picked up. So I don't know. Yeah. But there's a lot of other things happening currently. Yeah, they have a slew of extra draft picks they got from Christian McCaffrey. Lamar just wants to be paid, and he's well worth it. And it's a mistake if the Ravens can't give him... Yeah, I've already kind of given my whole take on the Baltimore thing. I personally think they're just tired of negotiating the situation. They're going to let somebody else do all the heavy lifting and hard work, and then they'll just take the contract that the other team signs and match it. What team is your favorite team there? Oh, the 49ers? Yeah, it'd be pretty embarrassing if the Niners didn't make the playoffs. They're kind of stacked, dude. The Dolphins? Didn't Tua win like 8 of your games, though? 9 of your games? Mike, let me know. How many games did Tua win this year of the starts? Like 8, 9? Didn't your QB1 win most of your games? What's that argument? We made it with our third string. Skylar Thompson didn't win a fucking single game, didn't he? Yeah, but like the way you frame that's incorrect. You didn't make it with your third string quarterback. Your third string quarterback actually almost cost you the playoffs. Didn't Tua win every game that you guys needed? And like Teddy Bridgewater also won a game. Like, pretty sure you guys actually only made the playoffs because we lost to the Bills. Like, you guys had no control over that situation. If we would have won, we're in. So, nice job. You didn't make the playoffs. You guys got let in. Because we beat you the week before. Because of your bad quarterback. Do you know that? Do you even follow your team? Do you know that we beat you guys and like we almost ended your season? Just so you know that. I don't think Dolphins fans understand that. Like, we almost ended your guys' season. If Buffalo had just rolled over, we would have fucking. You guys' season was in the hands of the Bills. You didn't make a. Yeah, but you just said you made the playoffs with the third string quarterback. But you didn't. You literally made it because like the Bills beat us. No, he didn't win a single game. What game did he win? Who won all your games? Yeah. Is he going to answer my question? It's an easy question. I just want to know. Yeah, the Bills are a good team. I have no problem with that. I'm happy the Bills are the team in the division to beat. Did you know that? Who the Bills beat? Oh, the Jets. Yeah, that's the Jets, though. I mean, would you score 8 points? I mean, like, come on. Tua's close to being in a wheelchair. Jesus, that's a hilarious statement. Hey, you guys. Speaking of Tua, you guys picked up his 5th-year option today. You excited about that? Yeah, cool. Congrats. Finally. Again, it's really hard to hurt a Patriots fan with stuff like, at least we made the playoffs. Cool, man. We were just a dynasty 2 years ago. Like, I don't give a fuck. You excited? Yeah, it's probably a good move by the Dolphins to pick up the 5th-year option there. He's a good young quarterback. Hopefully he can stay healthy. That's the only real concern I have with Tua. And I don't really think there's actual other concerns you can really have with Tua. It's just mainly the health thing because he falls bad. Doesn't seem to know how to take a tackle very well. But, that's, he's learning judo in the offseason to try to offset that and become a better, fall taker. And, at least he's taking proactive steps. I'll be honest. I'm like, all right, that works. Hey, we're all the way up at 9 likes. If you haven't dropped one, consider doing so. It helps the stream out. We're doing a good job. I appreciate you guys. Oh, it's jujitsu? Well, I mean, either or. I mean, he needs to learn something to learn how to take a goddamn fall. It's bad. He got made fun of so much he wouldn't start taking jiu-jitsu. It's like, damn, dude, come on, Tua. You listen way too much to the critics. Like, that seems a little silly to listen that hard. I'm just shocked that DJ Moore is a Bear. Are the Bears going to be good next year now? Like, at least on offense? Are they going to actually be like a force to be reckoned with? Because, I mean, they could score, like, at times they could score 20, 30 points a game with, a bunch of dog shit. They didn't have that quarterback working with nobody. Now he's got some, like, serious weaponry. I know who's my fantasy QB going to be. Oh, Fields. And yeah, at least your fantasy receiver should 100% be goddamn DJ Moore next year. Shouldn't even be a question. He's going to get a lot of targets. Why would Tyreek Hill go to the... Tyreek Hill's probably never going to leave Miami. He turned down, like, not that much less money to leave Kansas City. The thing with Tuna turned the ball over. That's a hilarious nickname. Yeah, I was going to say, I don't think he would have stayed with Kansas City if he was, like, not in Miami. I'm telling you, there was only 2 places that were going to ever get Tyreek Hill. 1, Kansas City. 2, Miami. Miami could have won 1 game the year before and he would have went to Miami. It's like, it's one of them like guaranteed type things where it's just, if you know about Tyreek Hill, you know who he is a little bit as a person. It was just, yeah. I mean, like the difference is, wasn't it like 5 million or was it the guaranteed totals that were significantly different? TJ Moore to Chicago, messed up Chase. Yeah, they just gave him a whole bunch more in a bonus. Yeah, I mean, they're paying him a lot of money. I think it was guaranteed. Yeah, it was, yeah. Kansas City, I think overall, actually offered more long-term money, but he wanted a ton of money right away because he didn't get a big contract when he got drafted, which is, I mean, I think he went pretty late in the draft, you know, understandable. So he was in kind of a situation where he wanted his paper. Yeah. I mean, it's understandable if you like kind of know a little bit, like you're like, oh yeah, that makes actually quite a bit of sense then. That he's like, it's like a lot of like guys in Tyreek's situation who get drafted late. They're pretty hard about getting paid up front. They want money right away. Undrafted free agents typically, when they become really good, they're very hard negotiators. They're like, listen, what's up, Dirt? They're like, I understand it's not your guys' fault that I'm not paid well and that I went undrafted. It's going good. How's it going? Yep. Tyreek is living in Miami more. Yeah, for sure. That's probably a big thing. You bored? Well, that sucks. An issue with his baby mama, remember? Yeah. Something I found kind of surprising, kind of out of nowhere today, was the release of Leonard Floyd. I felt like that kind of came from kind of absolutely nowhere. Joined Mart 8. Yeah. He's not causing any problems. Who gives a shit? People aren't causing problems. No, you know, who cares? They're just here to chat, and then it's fine. Just looking at some real quick. I gotta make sure I did something. All right, there we go. That's good. Yeah, Leonard Floyd got released. Patrick or Devin McCourty retired. There's a lot going, a lot of big news. Still nothing really on Rodgers, except we got a little bit more of an update. He's probably gone for sure. Adam Thielen got released as well by the Vikings today, which was kind of like a big surprising thing. Well, not really surprising. It's kind of like one of the things where it was like he either takes a pay cut or he's gonna get cut, and it's I guess it was the latter in that situation. Let's go here. This is pretty much like for sure he's gone. I asked Packers CEO why they let the Jets talk with Aaron Rodgers. It's a situation where I think we wanted to help Aaron achieve what he wanted, as well as the Packers. Hopefully, it'll create a situation where it's a win for both sides. It sounds like he's gone. There's other quotes from that interview where they talk, where it's kind of like very trickily worded, but it kind of sounds like they ask him if he sees a scenario where he's still with the Packers, and he's like, yeah, but if everything works out the way that it should, it's kind of like it sounds like if things fail and fall apart, he might still be a Packer. That's like kind of the wording if you like back it up and kind of like really examine what exactly Mark Murphy said. It's like, oh, I don't want to like dive for the quote because it could take a second, but it actually might just take a minute. Let me try something. Mark Murphy. Murphy. This is what. Here we go. Is there a scenario where Aaron Rodgers is still the Packers? Yeah, I mean, unless if things don't work out the way we want them, yeah, we would. He's obviously a great player. What? This part right here. Yeah, I mean, unless if things don't work out the way we want them. Yeah, we would see a scenario where he's still the starting quarterback. This is confusing. If things work out the way we want them, or don't work out the way we want them, yeah, we would still see him as the starting quarterback. Is that like the correct assumption of this statement here? Where they're kind of saying, well, if the trade falls apart, I guess you'll still be on the team, and that's totally fine with us. Packers want to get young. Yeah, they seem to want to move on. They seem to be ready with statements like this. Rodgers is going to retire. I don't think Rodgers is retiring. I think at that point, that's a pretty bad take that he's going to retire. I don't know. They also brought in Brett Favre. I mean, let's be honest. Brett Favre was probably a more accomplished quarterback other than, let's see, how many MVPs did Brett win? Like 3? 2 or 3 at least. What's Aaron got? 4? I mean, there's no, like, as funny as it may sound, I mean, what's the difference in the two? Not even trying to hate out Aaron Rodgers. You know what I mean? I'm comparing him to like a literal NFL legend, saying he's like the same career as like the first ballot Hall of Famer. Well, yeah, I'm talking about, you know, in the careers. I don't care about, like, you know how I am with off the field. I don't let that weigh like if a player is good or not. What's up, Kenny? Because regardless of, hey, we probably have 10 likes now on the stream. I appreciate that, everybody. If you haven't left one, consider doing so. It'll help us out, and it'll defeat the communists. Unless you want them to win, then still leave a like, because then it'll defeat the capitalist. They'll do what you need it to. They, like a 50-50 device. How you feeling, Kenny? Your team's about to lose Aaron Rodgers. Just like it lost Brett Favre in a very, like, the similarities. It's even funny that they both went to the Jets. You're going to Flint? Oh, nice. Flint's a nice place. Just stay safe. Yeah. Yeah, I'm always pro player getting what they want. Hopefully he doesn't get fucked around here. But I don't think the Jets are going to. The Jets are a dangerous place to wind up. They're known to double cross and have their fingers behind their backs when they talk to you. Like, I don't know if I could trust playing for Woody Johnson. Guy's as slippery as they come. Just like Stephen Ross down in the Miami. You know, some say Hitler didn't get all the bad ones. Some of them escaped. Darn. No, that was a fucked up joke. But those guys are specifically, and, you know, it's not that they're owners of 2 teams I despise, but they're just bad guys. Has nothing to do with them and their religions. But, you know, wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, I'm Zach Strong, by the way. We believe that Zach Wilson is getting an unfair shake here for the New York Jets. Why not one more year? Hashtag. If Rodgers goes to the New York, expect the same super team like when Brady went to Tampa. Watch everyone get it twisted and believe the Jets are just going to be. They probably are, Nathan. I'm going to be real honest. That's like the number 3 to number 1 defense in football. And they have a plethora of good weapons. Plus, they could probably bring in one more guy. Actually, I don't know. With Rodgers' contract being like fucking $60 million, I don't know if they can do that. I think they're broke after that point. So, I mean, I don't know. They got more, and they got other receivers who are pretty solid. You think Love is going to be Hall of Famer too? Dude, if the Packers go from one Hall of Famer, from another Hall of Famer to a third Hall of Famer, I'm going to punch a piece of wall. I'll give up. Like, I'll probably stop watching the NFC North. I'll be like, that's not fair, dude. How the hell did they do that? 3 in a row. That is unbelievable chances of doing that. Benson Henderson fighting Usman Nurmagomedov in Bellator tonight. Oh, that's pretty cool. Yeah, no, I wouldn't be. The AFC East has 3 defenses in the top 10. Yeah. And the Dolphins could be better if they're coached a little better. And the Bills could be a top defense, but they just lost a lot of guys. Them losing Poyer and potentially Edmonds, that's big. That'll hurt that defense. Anyway, there's probably enough on that news. What else we got going on? There's been a lot of shit today. Basically, oh yeah, you guys had before Brett like fucking Bart Starr, right? No, there was some guys in between that. Oh, Brock Purdy had the good Brock Purdy had good surgery. You know what we haven't talked about? Darius Slay's on the trade block. What up, Ven? Good time to come in. This is a pretty fun subject. We can kind of bounce around. Oh, how's the mouse? Hopefully you left a like. Trying to get more people in here as always. It's good? Hell yeah. It's always a good thing. I always like when the first couple times you get to click on a new mice. Yeah, by the way, Ven is running on this very hot prediction streak right now where he basically called this back in January. He called the Panthers getting DJ Moore in a trade or the Panthers trading DJ Moore to move up with the Bears, them two flip-flopping picks, and it's like, oh boy, what if that blows up? Because the Panthers are like kind of sniffing around trading back that first-round pick, so it's something to at least think about. That shit would be the most sad thing I've ever seen if they actually did that, Ven. You got Rich Bisaccia? Yeah, he's a good coach. Dude, it's so crazy to me that like I could be a Panthers fan right now. Like it's like that close. Wanna know why I say that? Quick fun time story. If you know my origin of football fandom, I was watching the Patriots versus Panthers as my first ever full football game, right? I decided that whoever won this game, because it's a big important game, that's my new favorite team. I'm gonna like that team for forever. That's how I pick teams. It's like a really autistic, like little kid way of picking teams. Very bandwagony, but again, you know, clearly I didn't ever change. I'm still a Tigers fan, very diehard Tigers and Patriots fans. Those are my two teams. But had the Panthers won that game, and it was a very close score. I think it was like a field goal difference. I can't remember the exact score, but it was very close. The Panthers could have won that game, and if they had, I'd be a Panthers fan right now, and I'd be so goddamn angry. They got their ass beat in that trade. I wonder if they got fleeced so badly. I think, is that the reason? That they're gonna trade back again. They're like, fuck, we fucked up. I didn't think it was that bad of a trade. Everybody's laughing at us. Why? I mean, we gave away like 6 things for 1 pick. We over offered, I think. Do you think that's what it is? Like the Panthers have some post nut clarity and they're like, oh, we gave away too much. The Bears are like, we would have just taken the first and DJ Moore. What the fuck is all this? Okay. I was shocked when they said yes. Like, we asked for a very specific thing, and they went, all right, sounds good. How about DJ Moore, too, to sweeten the package? And we didn't even ask for DJ Moore. If the quarterbacks were seemingly a higher tier. Oh, yeah, I agree with that. What's up, Daniel? The Panthers almost offered a 2025 first, but they offered DJ Moore instead. They're like, listen, would you take DJ Moore or 2025 first? And they're like, we weren't even asking for another first, but we'll take DJ Moore. You know, Mike, what team was I making a joke about this? Was it the Bears? It was, wasn't it? With the Bears kind of like, they should play hardball as fuck with this pick, and they did kind of. They got fucking they're like... No, it was with Rodgers. How the Packers should play hard as fuck about giving up Rodgers. Oh yeah, you want Aaron? 2 first-round picks, or just a first-round pick and like a good player. And the Jets go, oh, that's a little too much for like a 1-year guy at $60 million. They're like, oh, all right, goodbye, and they hang the phone up. And then like the Jets GM has to call him back. Hey, what's up, man? I'm sorry about that. I didn't mean to upset anybody. So we can do a first and a player. That's crazy. Nothing too big on like the talent department, right? Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. The price for Aaron Rodgers is now 2 firsts and a player. Huh? Yeah, every time you say no to one of my offers, I'm going to up the ante. And you don't know if it's going to become 2 players, 4 first rounders, 10, however many I can legally ask for. I just wouldn't do that again. You're not in any grounds to negotiate here, Jets. 0. You have no wiggle room. We don't care if he retires, leaves, sits on the bench, plays. We don't give a fuck. The Packers are in a win-win-win-win. They cannot lose. The only way they lose is if they give up if they get nothing back. Take this fucking team to the cleaners. Like, it's literally like they have to get a lot back. And if they don't even, what's up, Drewski? Don't even make the trade. That's just my quick thing. And I think that's how the Bears handled that. I don't think the Panthers had any room to negotiate. Oh, you want the number 1 pick? We want all these picks and... Oh, is that all? You know what? Just because we didn't like the way you said that, a 2025 first or Brian Burns or DJ Moore. Remember how you said you wouldn't trade those 2? One of those 2 or for another first. Okay. DJ Moore, okay? Yeah, that works. All right, now come over here. Give me a kiss. And then the Panthers GM has to like give him a nice little kiss on the cheek. And he gets punched in the face. That's basically what that trade feels like to me. He molested that man. I don't know how the hell that's. I don't even know if that's legal what he did. I'm sorry. I just don't get that. It's like 1 for 1. You go up 8 picks. That's what you gave up. All that. That makes what Robert Griffin III got given up for seem like cute. Like, oh, that wasn't that bad. I mean, it crippled the franchise, but like it wasn't as bad as what the Panthers just gave up. Who's he throwing to now? I have no idea. Like that, they don't even got Robbie or Chosen Anderson anymore. He's gone. Panthers almost like if this was Herbert Burrow year or the Mac Lawrence year. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, okay. I got what you're saying. Odell Beckham putting that work back on the Giants. Yeah, a bunch of teams went to the Odell workout. We can talk about that one. If they trade back, that's not that bad of a thing then. To with the Colts, because they can still get one of the top quarterbacks available. Something tells me Arizona might not move on that 3. They just lost like 3 really prominent defensive linemen, with like JJ Watt and like another guy just retired, Beachum, I think, or something like that. No. Myers. That wouldn't be too shocking. I would say probably most teams in the NFL have a better receiving core than the Panthers right now. I don't think anybody knows. I don't know who they got. Who the hell? Poor rookie's about to be like, I thought I was going to have DJ Moore in Carolina. You know, it'd be funny if it wasn't actually DJ Moore and it was just some other guy on the Panthers roster named Moore. It was like Kyler Moore or Kyle Moore or something. And the Panthers like, we didn't trade DJ Moore. We traded Moore. Just a random guy. We were going to see if they'd fall for it, and they did. Huh? Yeah, they didn't look at the name. They just seen Moore and took the trade. It's just some guy in our practice squad. Yeah, they just misread the offer. Everyone's like, oh, fuck. You know how hard I'd laugh? That might be the funniest thing in the world to me is if that actually happened. Like, yeah, this is other Moore we got, not DJ Moore. We said we weren't trading him. We don't know why everyone thought it was DJ. No, I don't think DJ Moore would have tweeted about it and everything. So if Lamar goes to Atlanta, yeah, they're going to be a dangerous team. But I don't think Lamar... he could go to Atlanta. Something else I found a little crazy was the Eagles. They seem to be getting rid of everybody. Darius Slay's available for trade if you want to pay for him. and all that. I don't see him leaving. He owns us. Oh, Lamar? He's probably going to leave. Well, to be fair, I think the situation with Lamar is I think the Ravens are just kind of done negotiating. I think they're annoyed with it, and they're just going to let somebody else do it. I.e., they're just kind of like, you know, we're going to keep you, Lamar, but you go find out what another team thinks you're worth, and we'll give you that. That way, we're not letting you not hit the open market. We're letting you see what you're worth, letting you come back with the exact what you have, and we'll just match it. I think they're going to match that contract. But I don't think the Ravens know how to pay him. I think that's the problem, and I don't think they want to fuck up, if you know what I mean. Like, they have no problem paying Lamar what another team probably thinks he's worth. And that's probably why they're colluding. They're like, please don't pay him so much money that we can't fucking match him. Don't do this to us. Yeah, they don't want to do that. Basically, there's that level of collusion, but also there's also probably several teams that understand what the Ravens are trying to do. They're basically like, we're not going to do your goddamn fucking negotiating for you. Fuck you guys. Talk to your player. That's kind of what that also is, by the way. There might not be as much collusion as people think, mainly because it's like, there might be some teams colluding, but like, why in the fuck are the Commanders included in there? Do you really think Dan Snyder's colluding with the rest of the league? Do you think he gives a shit? I would bet that the Commanders are just like, we're not going to negotiate for these assholes to just not get Lamar because the Ravens are going to give him, they're going to match our deal. Like, it's basically letting Lamar set the market and seeing what the market would pay him, so the Ravens know what his market value is from other teams. So that way nobody can say like, well, you overpaid him. No, we just gave him what any other team was going to. It basically protects the front office from looking stupid, kind of. Ah, come on. Lamar just, he doesn't look stoned. He might be, but... Yeah, I also think that like these teams saying they're not going to try to talk to him is fucking bullshit. Like, yeah, the Falcons literally were going to offer the Lamar or Deshaun like $200 million fully guaranteed. You're telling me that they're just out on Lamar Jackson? They're like, yeah, we're not interested. Again, the 2 first might be another reason why some teams are out. I will be honest, them 2 first are a steep price to pay. That could be another reason why. Because if the Ravens just decide not to match it, then you're fucked. You got to give them 2 first-round picks. And that could kill you because that team drafts incredibly well. But they're also injury prone lately, so I don't know. Kind of like a 50-50, it could be good, could be bad. And last, I don't know. AFC North is really good. Adam, yeah, I wonder where he's gonna go. Probably a good team. That's why I was trying to explain how escrow works for fully guaranteed contracts. Yeah, no shit, but teams have done that before. Yeah, rich teams have no problem. Like, yeah, I understand why it's hard to give out fully guaranteed contracts. Some teams just can't do it. Like the Raiders owner, but he has to be honest with his team then. Be like, listen, dude, I don't have 200 million liquid dollars. I can't give you that. And then if the player goes, what do you mean? Like, if I give you a $200 million fully guaranteed contract, that comes out of my bank and sits in the escrow system. And just comes out and pays you. That way, it's an instantaneous payment allowed. That way, there's like, you know how banking probably takes a while? I'm assuming it goes into an escrow system that makes it so that they can pay them like instantaneously without like serious, it's probably a really complicated banking system because, it's fucking it's millions of dollars at a time, sometimes hundreds of millions going in there and then out. So probably billions upon billions upon billions have gone through there. Yeah. I don't really know banking that well either. So, I'm fucking poor white trash. I have no idea about banking. I just know that you can get a deposit account and you can take money out of the bank. I know that there's the savings one. Don't know how that works. And then there's the checking one, the one I use. My level of banking knowledge, it's not great. But also banking is annoying. I wasn't allowed to use banks for 8 years. I got in big trouble at one. Not big trouble, but like I went negative, and then I like closed an account, and like I got into a little bit of trouble with the bank. If you do something, I don't remember what happened, but like they're like, you're banned from banks for 8 years, and I went, well, fuck you guys. And I couldn't have a bank account for a while. I can now. Now it's not a problem. I have banks now, but back in the day, that was a bitch. Yeah, Adam Thielen got cut. I have no idea where he's going to wind up. Probably on a contender, right? But yeah, the escrow system, really quick, just to finish that off. It basically, an owner has to have whatever you guarantee fully liquid, in like hard money. So if you're a team like the Raiders and Mark Davis, who's not very liquid with his cash, he's a very, very, very wealthy man, but a lot of it's like property and shit, and like a lot of good assets. So it takes him a little while to like get the cash to become liquid, but he eventually can always get it. It just takes him a little bit longer to get it. But like then you got like an owner like Jimmy Haslam of the Browns, who has like $40 billion, I think, in a war chest. I think he keeps all his money in a mattress, and it's literally billions of dollars. I don't even know how rich Jimmy Haslam is. So to him, he's like 230 million. Just put it in the bank, baby. We're good to go. So there's two types of owners in the NFL. Jerry Jones is another one who could be like, oh, that's only 194. Let me pull that out of my asshole money. Like, some of these guys are stupid rich and they don't give a fuck. Robert Kraft has that kind of money where he could do whatever he wants. Some owners just, they're a little younger. They may not have as much money. They may be more like property based. Adam Thielen, he's not coming to the Patriots. Dre, I don't know if you know about the history between Adam Thielen and Bill Belichick, but those two guys fucking hate each other. In 2018, if you remember fondly, Bill Belichick, when Adam Thielen came over to the sideline in the Patriots vs. Vikings game, he told Adam Thielen to shut the fuck up and get the fuck away from him. That was a very funny moment. And then this year, when they were walking off the field, if you remember the shoulder bump that the two exchanged, Adam Thielen walked right into Bill's shoulder, and Bill fucking threw a shoulder into him. Yeah, no, they don't like each other. They'd fight if they had the opportunity. And I think the only reason Adam hasn't hit Bill is because Bill's like 70, and that's probably the only reason Bill hasn't swung back either. Dude, the two of the greatest moments ever between there is zero shot he signs with the Patriots. And like, you know what burns more? He's a Patriots fan. Like, if that didn't happen, he would have signed with us. That would be like the easiest signing for us. We'd have a great number 2 receiver. Fucking bullshit, dude. I don't know what happened. You'd think he'd be the ideal Bill Belichick guy. Fucking Patriots fan, plays exactly like you think a Patriots player would. Fucking, he's a white wide receiver, and Bill has this weird thing about those. He goes from like this to this when he sees them. He's like, oh yeah. And like, that's the only position he's weird like that about. He just has a thing for like white receivers, and I'm not really sure. I think he just likes to defy. I don't know, dude. I don't know. If anybody could ever find out what it is, because it's like a weird thing he's got, but he's really good at. I think it's because of Wes Welker and Edelman. Now he's just, and like Amendola and Hogan all worked really well for him. So he's like, but now we don't have anything like that. So. I don't know. I don't remember what it was about, but I don't think we have any shot at signing that guy. And plus, Adam Thielen has basically said that he has zero intention of signing with anybody who isn't like a top contender. Because you got to remember, like somebody pointed out, he's 32 years old, so he's coming toward the end of the career as a receiver. He's probably got like 3-4 years left, if he doesn't get hurt. Yeah, I don't think about last year. I moved on. Yeah, he's like 31 or 32. Yeah, like Thielen's a little older, so and that's why he's probably, and he doesn't have a Super Bowl ring. So you can imagine the Chiefs, teams like the Eagles, the Bills, hilarious, reunite with his old buddy. Contenders. I don't think he's gonna go to anybody that isn't like, this team is gonna be a Super Bowl team. He could wind up in the Jets, if Aaron goes there and shit. Yeah, he'll take a cheap ass contract too. He's not going to cost what you, because Minnesota has to pay him the rest of what's he owed? Adam Thielen. What's his contract, or what was it? I hate that they already got it fucking updated. I hate that so much. All right, hold on. Earnings. Fucking bullshit. What's he still owed? I have no idea. I don't know, because I don't know what the dead cap was when he got cut. Yeah, something like, they saved 6, so they got to pay like, yeah, they got to pay like 15 or so. Like they still got to pay a little bit, the Vikings do. So you can get Thielen pretty good on a cheap deal for 1 year. Probably like $2 million a pound. It won't be that much, actually. I'm guessing the Chiefs or the Bills sign him, or the Jets if they get Rodgers. Jets might be a team a lot of veterans flock to really fucking quick, for very cheap. I'm telling you, the Jets, I hate it so much. It reminds me so much of what happened with Tampa. But I don't know. I don't think the Jets have as good a receiving core, though. And I don't think Rodgers is anywhere near Brady. Yeah, Stephon Diggs might be leaving the Bills, too. What's up, Fudge? Diggs might be on the way out. He's kind of frustrated right now with Buffalo. And when Diggs starts getting frustrated, that's usually a bad thing. That means shit's not going to be good. He usually gets his way and gets traded pretty quick. Because I'm imagining when he becomes unhappy, he becomes very unhinged in the locker room. I think he would just get buried. He might, yeah. I mean, but like he'd be probably their slot receiver for sure, though. On the Jets. Yeah, it does, Steelers. The only reason I think no, T.O. isn't bad. I think Diggs just becomes a dickhead. Not to like his teammates, but like to the team. To like the coaching and stuff like that. No, Terrell Owens wasn't ever anything what people like he thought, like people said he was. That was a complete media fabrication. The Terrell Owens drama. Can you name a player that actually was in his locker room that hated him? It's always been one of my favorite things to bring up about with Terrell Owens. I'm like, all right, like there might be like other than Donovan McNabb, who hated Terrell Owens, like Jeff Garcia and Terrell Owens, or and Donovan McNabb. That's it. Two very hot-tempered players. It's kind of like the Odell Beckham situation, right? Everybody calls him a distraction and like his teammates must hate him. But it's like, can you name a single actual player on his team that disliked him ever? Do you know him and Baker are very close friends now? Like they talk and like they're regularly, like they get along very well now. Like it's like a funny thing, like type situation. You may think that it's a lot worse than what it was, but again, point to like the long list of people who talk about how bad of a teammate Odell is. What do you hear about Odell in the media, though? Yeah, funny, huh? Or how Baker is really bad in the locker room, and then we've seen inside the Rams locker room. And then, like, it seems like everyone on a team loves Baker, and it's like, I don't think anyone really hates Baker. I think the situation in Cleveland just blew the fuck up. That was just a bad situation. Odell's a very emotional player, and I don't think his teammates have a problem with that. I think a team like coaching and front office does. I think that will grind on them, but I don't think his teammates care that he's emotional. Odell just plays very. He wants to win and he wants to fucking have a good time. Like he can't lose. The dude, like, you can actually see he gets fucked up when he loses. He didn't give a shit about his stats when he was winning with the Rams. Did you notice that? He's like, all right, I got like 4 or 5 catches. I'm happy. Winning, dude. I'm telling you, he doesn't care. You want that fucking ring. He might be a little bit more stat obsessed now, but the reason I'm talking about Odell is he had a workout today and like fucking 16 teams showed up. Like half the league went to his workout today. I think everybody's like, yeah, we're all kind of interested. Let me catch up with everyone's saying. Crazy Odell. Yeah, Odell and Josh Norman. That was hilarious. With Eli and Odell was like game. Yeah, they got along just fine. I mean, we can even say the right because Cleveland, because he kind of sucked in Cleveland and was good with the Rams. Yeah, something was weird in Cleveland. I'm telling you, something isn't right with Cleveland and Stefanski and just I don't know what was going on with that. The Baker situation, that thing just, again, it collapsed. Baker did all he could to bring that team into relevance, and it just did, blew him up. Yeah, Ben pointed out that the Rams are, there's rumors around Stafford, which is interesting because it's like, how in the world are you going to trade a player without a neck? Or what's Stafford's injury right now? Like his neck, or is it his back, or is it everything? What's the matter with you, Everything's broke, kinda. What do you mean by everything kind of broke? It was just, I played for Detroit for 11 years and got the ever living fuck. I broke my back twice, and I kind of just played through it. So what exactly is wrong? Like so you actually have an idea, Mike, of like what the actual injuries might be? Because I heard it's just like a neck issue, right? It's not even as bad as Peyton had. Because if it's as bad as Peyton had, I don't know if Stafford will recover. He had some serious fucking wear and tear on his body prior to that. I think it was everybody's fault in Cleveland why it failed. I think it was just a miscommunication, misfire, and everybody was on a different page somehow. And that happens, man. I don't know. I don't think anyone can be blamed. Well, not that, but that a team could trade for him if they wanted him. Oh, yeah, for Stafford? Yeah. Yeah, that Mike Lombardi said he's available. And then Darius Slay, pretty much a bunch of people basically were confirming these things that they're available. It's a brutal time right now. Because like no one's coming out and denying Lombardi right now. Everyone's kind of just like, fuck, who's telling this guy all this shit? How you doing though, Fudge? You're a Lions fan. You're the only team that just seems good right now. Everything seems all hunky-dory in Detroit. And I have no idea how there's zero chaos connected to the Lions. Has anyone else noticed that, right? By the way, the only thing you've heard about Detroit all offseason, hey, they're kind of interested in getting Jalen Ramsey maybe for the right price. It's the craziest thing you've heard about Detroit all offseason. That's it. And they're working on a contract, I think, with Jamal Williams. Yeah, the Lions are just like, we just don't want to get cursed again. We're just trying to do everything by the books. Pretty sure we got broke last year because like everything went really good all of a sudden, and we just we gave Calvin his money. We don't owe anybody any money. We haven't fucked anyone over. We let Stafford go when he asked. We let everybody leave when they ask now. We're a good team. We got a good football loving head coach. Like, we're doing everything right. You gotta give the Lions some credit, man. They've done everything correct. I hope they start winning for for the sake of that team. Because you can't you can't look at one thing they've done wrong in the past 3 or 4 ever since they got rid of Patricia. A great move after great. Even trading Stafford when that was the hardest thing they probably had to do at that point. They actually had the balls to do it. Some teams would have tried for another year maybe with Stafford, but they were like, gotta let you go, man. We understand. They didn't even hesitate. They let him basically facilitate the trade. They had a better offer from other teams. And they were like, no, we're going to let Matt go where he wants to go. That might have been the thing that broke their goddamn curse, I'll be honest with you. Because they did him so goddamn good. You have to remember that looking back on the Stafford trade, they could have traded him to Indianapolis for it was like a king's haul. I think there was 3 firsts included, multiple mid-round picks, and they went with the Rams. And now it could be one of them things that turn around and grant them this great trade relationship right now, where they could be the only team that's allowed to negotiate about Jalen Ramsey. Lions are very well linked to Ramsey because them and the Rams have a very good relationship. Yeah, so the Rams seem to be rebuilding. They got rid of Leonard Floyd this afternoon, who's had 3 or 4 seasons of 9+ sacks, straight, by the way. It's not like Floyd is at the end of his career. It's well, that's a crazy move. So he's one of the best players available in free agency. They've gotten rid. They're I'm pretty sure you can call and ask about Stafford. That has to make you wonder if Cooper Kupp is available, if Aaron Donald's available. Because at some point, Aaron's probably wait a minute, I ain't about to do this. I'll just quit. I'm not gonna play on no bad football team again. I already did that for a while, and that sucked ass. But I don't know. He might just chill. He's already got a ring, so he's he's been there for forever. I don't think he wants to leave. Yeah, the Darius Slay back to Detroit. I wonder if he'd want to go there. Dude, the Eagles are losing every goddamn buddy right now. Usually you don't see a team lose as many players as the Eagles are, but they are losing. Unless they actually won the Super Bowl. Usually, it takes them a little bit longer to shed the weight. It's oh, you guys need to wait 1 more year. You're not supposed to get rid of everybody yet. You shed the weight too early. It's kind of like the Jets. They don't have long with that team that they're building. That's a fucking expensive fucking team. Because at some point, they're going to have to pay all them people. And that's the problem when you have 3 first-round picks in 1 year. Do you see how that starts to get a little dicey? Now how are you paying all them people? Because they're all due at the exact same time. How are you paying Breece Hall? Well, he might be the easier because he's running back. But how are you paying Garrett Wilson and quarterback and Sauce Gardner? It's just oh, shit, yeah, you're right. And all the other talented people on that defense. Yeah, the Jets have, nah, they won't have one of them. One of them's gone. There's a few. I'm sure you can get anybody from the Rams right now. Becton and Quinn. Quinn and Williams are due up pretty soon as well. Yep. Elijah Vera Tucker is a first-round pick. Oh, there's lots of them. That team is composed of almost nothing but first-round picks. It's pretty great. It's a good job. All them linebackers, them defensive linemen. Oh boy. Yeah, that's going to be nice and cheap one day. So the Jets have a window. AJ Brown, didn't he have a great year with the, who did he play for? The Eagles? Oh, that stays with Hurts. I misread that. Yeah, Jermaine Johnson. I was trying to think of who they draft. I misread that. I'm sorry, Nathan. I agree. Yeah. Yeah, it was that 10 years. And they remember, like, they almost got really good in, like, 2017 or 2018. Everybody thought they had rebuilt their team when they got Sam Darnold. And it was the year Sam Darnold and Josh Allen were drafted. And everyone was saying how, like, the Jets were back. And they're like, dude, the Jets are going to take over with this team that they built. Because, again, the Jets do this every so often. I have to remind people that the Jets build teams like this all the time. Everybody forgets about it because they blow up spectacularly. But they had, like, Jamal Adams, all these other guys on the team. Remember, just think back. It was like fucking 5 years ago. And they built up this team, and they had Darnold, and they had Josh Allen. And I told everybody at the time, I was like, listen, guys, some of you might remember me saying this, that the Bills and Josh Allen were going to be very, very good, and that they were the next team up in the division. But the Jets, no. Sam Darnold sucked. Don't think that this Jets team is ever going to be anything. If, like, you were watching at that time, you will remember those very clear words. And then in the following season is when I made my worst take ever. I said, well, I was right about the Jets being terrible, and because they were already in the process of, like, trading Jamal Adams and everybody away. I'm like, they're blowing it up. I told you. Look at this Josh Allen guy. He actually sucks ass. And that's when I made my Josh Allen's going to be a terrible quarterback too take. And then I was almost right in year 2. Everyone's like, what, he's kind of good. I'm like, dude, he's fucking. And then he was, then he became Josh Allen. And I tried to fight it all the way through that year. And I was like, nah, he's not that good. He's kind of lucky. Yeah, that class with Allen and fucking Darnold, the only good one's Allen. I think Lamar's in that class too, though, isn't he? Yeah, they're both from 2018, right? 2017, 2018. I don't remember exact years on drafts. I'm fucking bad with them. Well, quarterbacks take 3 to 4 years to develop typically, Nathan. Like that's a it's a hard position. Some guys take a little while. That's why I always tell people you should believe in the 3-year rule with quarterbacks. If by year 3 they don't have anything going, then get rid of them. They're probably just a backup. But if by year 3 you're seeing like very good improvement, like showing that they could maybe one day actually win something in this league, then yeah, keep them. Let them see if you can get another year or two, and if not, then at the end of year 5, then move on. But like, they show something. They can show that they're the guy by year 3. Just lock them up. Don't even go to year 4 without him inked up and in the next contract. Why ruin the confidence? Let that kid get his money. Plus, then if he wins a Super Bowl in year 4 or in year 5 before you start seriously paying him, then you don't, then you're safe. And then you look like you're a good guy because you're like, see, we believed in you. See, that we knew that you'd pay us back with that. We knew to believe in you. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't look like you're only paying him for winning and then you're rewarding him later on. It may take a little less because you're trying to keep it going, build a super team. Like, you actually, that's why I like what Mahomes, when Mahomes got, because he got paid right away. They're like, we're not even going to fuck around. And I hope the Bengals do that. Well, they are doing that. The Eagles are doing that right now. And I think the Chargers are also working on the Herbert contract. Again, what, you just going to let them guys leave? For what reason? I'd love to see one goddamn Chargers fan tell me why they don't want to keep Justin Herbert. Because if they don't, all right, swap. You want to have Mac Jones? We'll take him. We'll take Justin Herbert in New England. Thank you. Fuck, I love Mac Jones, but I will take I'll take Justin Herbert so fucking fast. Oh, you mean a super athlete who can throw the ball 800 yards off the flick of his wrist? Yeah, okay, yeah, not even gonna think twice. Joe Burrow, yeah, I'd personally, I'd end Mac's career if we could get Joe Burrow. I'd go to jail for a few years, just big guy. I had to stab him in his Achilles tendon. wasn't attempted murders. The attempted ended career. If that meant we could get Joe Burrow in New England, Tom Brady 2.0, yeah, yeah, give me that. Okay. Fucking be a dynasty in 3 years. Yeah. Dolphins could be good. I don't think they're bad. Why? Do you think the Dolphins aren't going to be any good? Yeah, it's probably the best move to just go ahead and keep Tua for at least this year. Because, I mean, if he doesn't get hurt again, then he's probably fine to keep. Again, the only real issue with Tua is the massive injuries that he seems to sustain. Seems to just attract injuries like he's a moth. Or like the injuries are moths and his head's a flame. He's just letting them just come flying in. Bow. I've never quite seen that before. Apparently, I know what happened to Stafford. Apparently, he had 3 concussions this year, and that's why they had to keep him out. It wasn't. Apparently, it's not like anything major other than a series of concussions. And Stafford's kind of just trying to mull if he still wants to fuck. Like, apparently, he's not as injured as I thought he was. Like, there could be something else, but it's not as bad as people think it is. Like, it's not like career threatening. I don't think he needs to address it. But apparently the thing that's kind of got everybody in like a right now about Stafford is he had the same situation as Tua this year, but it kind of just went quiet because, you know, Stafford was also seemingly made out of fucking titanium or something. I'm not really sure what's up with that guy. Yeah, we'll see how Miami does with their second place schedule. It'll be interesting. Certainly not going to be a cakewalk. Yeah, most teams are on some kind of variation of at like I would say about what, like 40 to 50% of the league runs a variation of West Coast. Or would it be higher at this point? Like 75, 80? Because even the Patriots are running like, well, I don't know what the fuck. Bill O'Brien's going to run the Earnhardt Perkins system, which is, you know, super quarterback heavy, kind of just kind of emphasizes quarterback strength. So there really isn't a direct system that it's basically the offense that like McDaniels and them all use. Yeah, Robert Woods is a Texan. Pretty cool. Pretty cool for everybody. You know, that's something. Him and Cooks are going to light it up. Personally, that to me puts the Texans as the best team in the AFC South. Yeah, Cooks is still there. They got themselves a squad now. You know, you got Cooks and Woods, 2 receivers like 4 years ago. That would have been crazy. It's like, man, the Texans like 4 years ago would have been bumping with receivers, dude. Cooks and Robert Woods. That's a pretty good tandem. Like 3 seasons ago. They're catching up. Texans playing in the past. We all in 2023. The Texans are in 2022. Keep up. They're just figuring out what COVID is. They're fucking scared. Pretty soon we're going to see Damon Pierce be like, I just heard about this COVID thing. Is scary as fuck. And everyone's going to be like, what's going on with the Texans? Do they know what's going on? That'd be my favorite plot twist, is if like the whole team of Houston just believes it's 3 years earlier than what it is. And nobody can quite figure out what happened. Just some weird fucking event. I didn't know what word to use there. Some glitch in the system. Darius Smith wants to be cut, but the team doesn't really want to release him. That's not too surprising. I'm sure they just don't really want to lose out on. They're losing a lot of players. Like, listen, man, we've already lost a bunch of people, and we have to cut a bunch of people. We really don't want to lose you too. Maybe he wants to go back to. Yeah, I don't know. Why does he want to be released? Does he just not want to play there anymore? Go back to Green Bay? He's like, I shouldn't have left. What do you mean? I fucking hate it here. I didn't want to play here. I just wanted to make the Packers mad. I didn't realize I shouldn't have signed a multi-year contract. Please trade me. Yeah, it sounds like he assumed he was going to get cut and be able to just go wherever he pleased. And they're like, nah. He was on a list. So he probably just wasn't happy that he was like being included on those type of lists anyway. That's interesting. Man, I can't believe that they gave up so much to get that #1 pick. I guess it pays to get the #1 pick and already have your quarterback. Just go up there and auction that motherfucker off, and that was probably the highest bid they got. 4 picks is crazy, and then DJ Moore on top of it is even feels like even like a crazier addition to an already pretty crazy trade. I figured they'd double trade back. I didn't think they would just take the one. I figured like a trade with the Panthers was very possible, but I figured it was gonna go more like a daisy chain type of trade, where it was like, I think this is what I had even predicted, right? That the Bears would double trade with the Colts and Panthers. Because I said it feels like the Panthers would try to move up, but I didn't know if they'd want to move up as aggressive as all the way to 1. So they wouldn't have to give up as, all of that. I think we had this conversation before, where I thought that there was going to be a double trade. And because, again, I thought the Panthers did want to move up, but I wasn't sure if it was like aggressive enough to go to 1, or if it would be like, we'll take a 5 or something like that. But no, I guess. But I mean, if the Panthers trade back then, I'm like, I got it right. They just reversed the order. Yeah, it was the best one, and I had figured it might be a double trade back, so they could get even more, like trade with the Colts than trade with the Panthers. But hey, not a bad move at all. Just take what you want immediately. If you're the Panthers, don't pussyfoot around. Don't let the Colts get involved and drive weird prices up, and Yeah, there's other quarterbacks out there. What's the problem with Levis, whatever the fuck his last name is? What's the drama on that guy? Why do people seem to say you should always avoid him? What's he done? Just mid. He's not very good. Seems to have a really strong arm though. It's always a big plus. Seems to have good mechanics. He just kind of doesn't stand out. Project with him. Like, I seen him throw. He seems mechanically A1. He's not like Zach Wilson or anything like that. Played in the SEC at Kentucky. I'm like, I don't know. It doesn't seem like it's too bad of it. Like, I'm trying to figure out what the problem is. Because if we're just like saying Anthony Richards is like Richardson's like a top prospect because he's just a super athlete, it's like, well, his tape is far worse than that Will Levis guy. Like, one guy can play really good quarterback. Like, if you compare the two and watch them one after the other, it's like, wow, Will's really good at quarterback. But like, people are like, well, Richardson's worth it at one because, you know, he's very fast. Like, all right, yeah, I get it. I don't mind that at all. But it's like, like, other than just he just feels. I mean, that's fine. I have no problem with people just, you know, if that's what they think. It's just like, I'm like, I haven't seen the evidence of him being a bad quarterback yet. Maybe I just am like, man, look at that arm, and I can't look past it. But I mean, I don't know. That's, if you could stash him for a year, that's a pretty solid draft pick in my opinion. But again, what do I know? Damn, the stream died out. Where'd everybody go? I just looked at how many people were in. It was doing a lot better for a minute. Dang, that's not very good. Would people get bored? Was I not answering enough people's direct comments or something? Oh, no, not that. I'm just wondering where everyone dipped off to. I didn't like a response that I think Richardson gave to the effect of, I'm not throwing the ball. So obviously we need to catch it. I kind of don't disagree with the sentiment like that, though. If you throw the ball, the wide receiver should probably be catching it. That's probably a right take. Seems like an important thing to ensure. But again, if you're throwing it too hard up close, then it's like, I don't know, man, maybe like learn a little bit of finesse or something. Yeah. Well, it's down to 3 people, so I don't know how much longer we should do the stream for. I don't think people are too interested in listening anymore if everybody's gone at the just about the exact same time. Seems like this stream has hit a dead end. There's only like 3 of us in here. Other than, there's me, Fudge, Mike, and Jags, and Ven. I don't even know if Ven's still in here. He probably dipped too. So I think I'm gonna start to wrap it up, guys. It was fun, but seems like the stream's dead. I don't know. We got back up to 5. Maybe there's a chance it'll keep fighting. I always just wonder why everyone always leaves at like the weirdest, like very exact same time. I'm like, I guess that's just the stream was only meant to be an hour. Like Sutton. I don't know. I don't really want any of them receivers. They fucking suck. No, I mean, like, full offense. No offense to the guys themselves, but like, I don't want anything associated with that crappy ass Denver offense. That was. Ugh. I don't know how you make Russell Wilson look like a bad quarterback, but they did that. They pulled that off. I don't know if I want anything to do with them because of that. How you look like a bad receiver with Russell Wilson throwing you the football? I don't know. It seemed kind of stupid. What's up, Hunter? Maybe I'm just being biased because they had a really bad year because of bad coaching. So I'm a little sympathetic towards it because I understand bad coaching, but maybe Sutton. Judy drops the ball too much. I'd lose my mind with that. He's worse than Jacoby Myers about like dropping the ball. But Yeah, I don't know. Sutton might be all right. Who, Jerry Judy? Yeah, he's got bad hands. But like, I don't know. I guess I can't go too wrong with somebody like that. I don't know. Yeah, Sutton doesn't seem too bad. But everyone else I'm pretty good on. Kind of like an underwhelming group. All right, then. I'm probably going to go here. I appreciate everyone coming out tonight. It was a fun stream. It just sucks that it kind of, everybody just left all at once. It was pretty weird timing. I guess I just wasn't replying simultaneously fast enough to every single individual comment at the same time. No, I don't got any games on my phone. Sorry, little buddy. You need to go wash your hands and shit. Oh, Ven, you thought it was early? No, this is like yeah, this is an 80-minute stream. This went by quick. Yeah, it was a fast stream. That's why I'm like, oh, I guess it just died out. What do you think I was complaining 20 minutes? I know I bitch sometimes, but no, I'm not even bitching. I'm just saying I think that was just the end of the stream. I think we hit a dead end. I think everybody was like, I think that's a sign that the stream's end. We hit a bunch of good topics. I mean, we covered everything. I'm trying to think if we didn't like cover a very like if we're missing a big topic or anything like that, because I think we covered just about all the news. Because I'm going to retitle this as NFL Talk and then put the topics in. Oh yeah, no, it was a good. That's how you know it was a good stream. It went by really quick. Yeah, it was a fast stream. Yeah, we're at hour 20 in. Chargers and Cowboys. Yeah, he's gonna get some. He's gonna get a lot of looks. I heard he's also talking with the Seahawks. Like he's had some conversations with Pete Carroll and everything, and there's a less than 0 chance that he just re-signs with them. Like they're on very good terms right now. Is what I heard. Yeah, just, like, yeah. I mean, basically, if you're really into like the whole contract restructure talk and things like that is definitely something you could go look into, because like that's been pretty much all day. Tomorrow I think is going to be a mock draft type night. But yeah, we can always talk about that kind of stuff like after the mock draft. But I think it's almost about time to do one. We haven't done one yet, and I don't want to like keep putting it off and keep putting it off. And now that one of the picks have already been traded, now it's a little easier to like go through and like try to sit, because I don't want to have to fucking do a bunch of trades. I hate trades and mock drafts. So I'm really just hoping all like the trading and moving around happens right now, so we just be like, all right, there we go. Because right now I'm pretty good without trading the Panthers pick. No, I don't even know what that is. Is that like an app? I'm not leaving until the stream gets to 70 views. We'll see. I don't know if it's ever gonna get there, which is pretty crazy. Oh well, okay, we're past that. I didn't know that. Well, that's kind of embarrassing. I didn't. Okay. So what's Coco Melon? Yeah, not bad for a non-2-hour stream. I mean, if I would stay around for 2 hours, I'd probably eep out fucking 100 pathetic views. This will pick up enough on its own. No, I don't have anything like that. I'm 30 without any kids, dude. Do you really think, I'm 29 without any kids. Do you think I have or look at kids' apps? Why would I do that? I quit watching stuff for kids when I was like fucking 9, dude. Thought all of it was pretty gay. Dirt. I was being nice to you. I was letting you hang out. Turned out to be a fag. Sucks. Now I gotta get rid of you. Somebody else can. If anybody wants to take a good curb stomp and just pound him out, you can get rid of Dirt. Jags, you can use your wrench. I don't know. You ban this guy. Jags Nation was like, oh, that felt good, bro. He's like, yeah, that felt really good. There you go. There we go. Now I have a hit squad. I could just tell him to do that and he'll do it fucking freely. Yeah, that works perfectly. All right, everybody. I'm pretty good now. I was just trying to get to a solid number, and we got to a solid round number to end on. Yeah, it was a fun stream. We talked a lot about, everything current, so felt good, feels good. If you're just tuning in or anything like that, which I kind of doubt, go ahead and just go back to the beginning. If you missed anything, you'll hear it. It was a pretty coherent stream, so. All right. Well, thank you guys for a fun stream. I'll be live again twice tomorrow. Once for the Tigers game in the afternoon, and then once again for a mock draft in the evening. That should be pretty fun. So we'll see you twice tomorrow. Once at 1, once at 9, and then anywhere from 8:30 to 9, probably 9. I haven't decided what time I want to start my. Yeah, eventually they'll be 6:45, but fucking till then, All right, have a good one, guys. Thanks a lot for tuning in. I appreciate you. Have a good rest of your night. Go Lions, go Tigers, and of course, it's always go Patriots. I'll see you next time. Peace out.